Good morning, friends and families. So some of my friends suggested that they are looking for entertainment and that maybe I could teach them how to cook something. So I thought this morning I would teach you how to make my popular 3-bean salad. So the ingredients for this, which I guess I'll post on the website afterwards as well, is you need 1 can of garbanzo beans. And I prefer Goya products, so I get that. I also rinse them in my colander before I put them in. These have been pre-rinsed so that I'm going to be able to put those in the bag. You need 1 can of beans, red beans. You can get kidney beans or red beans, whichever you prefer. Again, I like the Goya product. And then 1 small can of lima beans. And again, pick your favorite brand, doesn't matter. You're also going to need some cut green beans. You can use fresh. I like to use the frozen ones because they just get nuked in less than 6 minutes. And then I prepared ahead of time the other ingredients. I need to have some carrots, some sliced carrots. So I slice up my carrots. I'm going to steam those for about 3 minutes so that they're on the soft side. So I'm going to put those on the stove while I assemble the rest. Because it also helps if things are hot, and I'm also going to do the beans a little bit later. Well, I'm actually going to throw those in now because they do take 6 minutes, so that they're hot because it helps to break down the sugar that also goes into the recipe. So while those 2 things are being prepared, I'm going to put into my bowl my garbanzo beans, or my chickpeas, my beans, my red beans, and like I said, these have all been pre-rinsed, and then my lima beans, and just adding all of that. And to that, I'm going to add, this is about 2 stalks of celery that I've chopped up into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to put those in there as well. And I prefer the red onion, so I slice up some thin red onion, and that gives it a nice flavor. And again, the quantity, this is about 1/4 of a regular red onion, more or less. I don't do a lot of exact measuring. Then I'm going to blend together the kind of the magic sauce. So to that, I'm going to add some red wine vinegar, and I think Progresso has the best red wine vinegar flavor. I have used some other ones, but I prefer Progresso. So there's 2/3 cup of red wine vinegar, and to that I'm going to add 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Now some people may prefer olive oil. I find that olive oil, when it's refrigerated, congeals a little bit faster and doesn't stay as liquidy as regular Wesson vegetable oil. So I use wet vegetable oil, even though I would prefer to use olive oil. And then you need a generous shaking of some black pepper. And again, I don't measure. I would say I'm putting in probably a teaspoon of black pepper. And I pour that directly in. And to this, I'm going to add, wait a minute, gotta get my measuring cup. The recipe calls for 1 cup of sugar. I only do 3/4. I don't think it needs to be that sweet, so I'm going to add to the oil and vinegar mixture 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And then I'm going to mix that together to kind of give it a little blend. And get it kind of mixed up as well as you can. I'm also going to pour some of the hot things in here to get whatever remains of it. So I'm going to pour that over my ingredients. And my green beans have just a few more minutes left to go. So I'm going to pause that right here, wait for those things to get done, and then come back with you. Okay, I'm back with my final ingredients being finished up. So I have my carrots, which I'm going to add to my mixture. I've drained them from their water. And then I have my bag of green beans. And there's no need to drain those because there's no water in them essentially. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few of them in my little mixture container here because the heat from them will help pick up any remaining morsels. And then I'm going to stir it up, mix it up really good so that it can blend all together, all of the things that I've just put in here. And get some of the sugar and the vinegar and oil mixture. And then I'm going to cover it, and it's going to refrigerate overnight so that it can marinate reasonably well. And it will last, well, I've had last sometimes up to a month. So as long as you don't contaminate it and you just take it out. I also might mix it up again later tonight. If I was planning to serve it tomorrow, I'd stir it one more time so that it would have a chance to mix all the flavors together. So that's our 3-bean salad. Whoops, let me show you what it looks like. And as you can see, there's enough to feed several people or last for yourself for several days. And if you have requests of other things that you've had at my house that you'd like me to show you how to make, I'll be happy to do that. Okay, have a good day.